We'll get going with Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weber.
Thanks, Gregor. Evening, Josh. What's the message for your group after losing 3 in a row for the first time this year?
Don't make it 4. I think we're trying to look at it like playoff hockey right now. You lose a game, it hurts, it sucks. But you got to let it go and prepare for the next game. We've got a couple of big games here coming up, and we just have to keep getting better. So it'll hurt tonight, but that's something you have to learn how to do is let it go and move on and learn from it. Look at the video and come back with a better game in a couple nights.
We'll go next to Mike Mcintyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Josh, you guys get a good start. Nikolai scores early there, but then you have 2 go in, and the way that second one goes in, did you feel like there was a sag maybe by your group after that goal, and you've been burned on a few similar plays like that already this year?
It's obviously it's a play that sucks. It's just unlucky. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't know if there was a sag in the moment. I don't know if I could feel anything different, but obviously those ones hurt. So there's nothing you can do. It's just a bad break. And like I said in sort of my last answer, whether it's in the game or in between games, you have to be able to park it and move on and keep playing. At that point, there's a lot of game left, so it shouldn't affect us. Knowing that we have a lot of hockey to try to score 1 goal and get it back.
We'll go next to Murat Atesh from The Athletic. Go ahead, Murat.
Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Josh. The first couple of games of the season against Toronto didn't necessarily have this physical edge to them. Now they do. I gather the playoffs are around the corner, but what do you attribute to the shift in tone in this series?
I think you said it right there. It's the playoffs are right around the corner. Everyone's ramping up either to try to jockey for position in the standings or try to get your game ready for the playoffs. That's what this time of year is all about. And considering there's no fans in the building and anything like that, I thought the intensity, you're right, was there in this game, and it's been ramping up in our rivalry. Play a team 10 times, there's you're bound to get kind of some intensity in the series, or at least you should. That's what makes the game fun. A large part of the game of that is fun. So, and that's what you have to do to try to win this time of year. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do, is prepare to have our games in a place that can win, in these important games down the stretch and in a playoff series down the line.
We'll go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Josh, we saw an unusual thing too in Mark Scheifele being benched for a good part of that second. What kind of message does that send to the team?
Well, to be honest, those type of things happen. I think in game you're too busy worried about what's going on to really think about it. You've got a job to do as each player, and you don't have time to be thinking about what else is going on. But obviously, I thought Mark played great in the third period, and he responded really well. And but like I said, that's something that you don't have time to be thinking about those things during the game.
We'll go next to Sean Reynolds from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Sean.
Josh, it's been a signature of this team that you've been able to push your way back into games when you fall behind. What's been missing from the push the last couple of games?
They played well defensively. You have to give them credit. They're committed to playing a hard game right now, and they're not giving us a lot of freebies out there. They're blocking shots. They're coming back. So, like I said, you have to give them some credit. We'll look at some things we can do better. I think getting pucks to the net, getting bodies to the net, that's how goals are scored in these meaningful games down the line, and that's how they're scored in the playoffs. So we're going to have to continue to go there. But we'll look at everything, and like I said before, let this one sting tonight, but park it tomorrow and prepare for a couple big games.
Thanks very much, Josh.